A specific opportunity I had this week to develop some aspect of my temperance was to limit my social media use. Usually, when I would get home from school, especially reflecting on last year, I would spend all my free time on my phone, mindlessly scrolling through social media. It got really bad. My screen time was definitely higher than it should have been. Um, in the past 2 weeks, it was as if I was trying to develop that same habit again, though it was a bit more difficult because my responsibility and workload has increased. But at the beginning of this week, on Monday, I set a limit for myself and tried something new. I decided I would only allow myself to scroll through social media for 1 hour throughout the day, so I could choose either the morning or at night. And I'd have to be off the screen by 10 p.m. just to set a healthy habit, even if it was only for one day. I knew this was going to allow me to build some temperance because spending most of my time on my phone was becoming an unhealthy habit. So, monitoring myself, choosing self control, and finding a balance within my free time would allow me to find myself choosing social media less and less. And maybe in the time I would have been on my phone, I could have been connecting with my family a little bit more, or I could spend more time playing and talking with my little brother. Even if it was just a day, I could see if I liked it or not. This experience actually went very well. I was busy most of the day, so from 8 to 4, I didn't have the time to pick up my phone. Even when I got home, I ate dinner and did some chores. After that, that's when it got a little bit challenging since my time limit was only 1 hour. I had to decide if I wanted to watch my phone at the time or before I went to bed. And it was hard because one of my favorite things about nighttime is when I unwind and just lay in my bed after completing all my tasks for the day just to watch my phone. But I also really wanted to pick up my phone because I had been seeing all the incoming social media texts, all the notifications, and I love just seeing the news throughout the day. So I had to decide, but I decided to watch my phone later and at the time just watch a movie with my little brother. We both enjoyed our time. We ate some popcorn and discussed some of the characters' actions, which was positive because we don't really do that. My brother also really loves playing games on my dad's phone, so he spends most of his time doing that. So it was nice to be able to set that boundary for myself, but also help him get off the phone. Some situational factors that made it hard was seeing other people scroll through their social media throughout the day. It's really hard to control yourself when you see someone doing what you're restraining yourself from doing, especially because it was my first day and it was one day of doing it, so it was hard to not fall into the temptation. Especially like I mentioned earlier, my little brother loves using my dad's phone to play games. And when you aren't using your phone or doing something you like, time kind of goes by slower than usual. I think it was just because I felt bored. A factor that helped me exercise my temperance was all the schoolwork I had that day because it kept me really busy and I knew I had to get assignments done. So the time that I spent on my assignments flew really quickly. And like I said, I spent most of my time from 8 to 4 doing assignments or going to class. So that helped me just be off of it because I knew I had tasks to do and it was my responsibility.